And this is the rumble we were talking about. The first column in the mechanized columns, the main battle tank of the Indian Army, T-90 Bhishma, commanded by Captain Karamveer Singh Bhangu of 54 Armoured Regiment. The MBT, or the main battle tank, is designed on the hunter-killer concept and is equipped with a powerful 125mm smoothbore gun, one 7.62mm coaxial machine gun and a 12.7mm anti-aircraft gun. In fact, the tank can fire laser-guided missiles and engage targets at distances of up to 5 kilometers during the night. It is also capable of moving underwater. And the motto of the regiment is Sarvatra Yasho Vijay. Past the saluting base, the detachment of the Infantry Combat Vehicle BMP-2, Sarath, led by Captain Akshay Rastogi of the 3rd Battalion Brigade of the Guards, 1st Rajputana Rifles. The BMP is a high-mobility infantry combat vehicle with potent armament and state-of-the-art night fighting capability. The Indian Army has recently upgraded it with thermal imaging sight kit, which gives it a capability to destroy any unknown enemy target up to a distance of 4 kilometers at night. In fact, it is one of the best amphibious fighting vehicles in the world.
राजपथ पर देश की सैन्य शक्ति का प्रदर्शन। आईसीवी बीएमपी-2 सलामी मंच के सामने से गुजरते हुए उपस्थित जनसमूह को रोमांचित करते हुए विशिष्ट दर्शक दीर्घा, केंद्रीय मंत्रिमंडल के सदस्य, वरिष्ठ अधिकारीगण, और अब राजपथ पर गर्जना हो रही है ब्रह्मोस मिसाइल सिस्टम के मोबाइल ऑटोनॉमस लॉन्चर की, जिसकी कमान संभाली है कैप्टन कमरुल जमा ने। ब्रह्मोस मिसाइल सिस्टम का दरअसल ये डिटैचमेंट सेना की 861 मिसाइल रेजिमेंट का अंग है, जिसका आदर्श वाक्य है डू इट राइट फर्स्ट टाइम एंड एवरी टाइम। युद्ध घोष स्वामी शरणम अय्यप्पा। कैप्टन कमरुल जमा के नेतृत्व में ब्रह्मोस मिसाइल सिस्टम आत्मनिर्भर भारत की रक्षा क्षेत्र में एक अनोखी मिसाल। ब्रह्मोस के बाद अब रुख करते हैं 861 रॉकेट रेजिमेंट के पिनाका मल्टी लॉन्चर रॉकेट सिस्टम का, जिसका नेतृत्व कर रहे हैं कैप्टन विभोर गुलाटी। पिनाका का उद्गम भगवान शिव के धनुष पिनाक पर आधारित बताया जाता है। आदर्श वाक्य सर्वत्र इज्जत ओ इकबाल, यानी आदर और गौरव के साथ सब जगह। उपस्थित जनसमूह रोमांचित भारत की सैन्य शक्ति से रूबरू होते हुए, और अब आ रहा है सीमावर्ती दुर्गम क्षेत्रों में अहम भूमिका निभाने वाला 9 रैपिड इंजीनियर रेजिमेंट और 119 असॉल्ट इंजीनियर रेजिमेंट का ब्रिज लेइंग टैंक T-72 T-72। ये ब्रिज लेइंग टैंक यानी BLT आवश्यकता पड़ने पर 3 से 5 मिनट में एक पुल बिछा सकता है और 5 से 8 मिनटों में पुल को हटा भी सकता है। खास बात यह है कि ये सारे काम टैंक के अंदर से ही किए जाते हैं। दस्ते का नेतृत्व कैप्टन सचित शर्मा कर रहे हैं, साथ हैं कैप्टन अमित गावर। और अब स्वागत कीजिए कोर ऑफ सिग्नल्स के इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वॉरफेयर सिस्टम समविजय का, जिसका नेतृत्व कर रहे हैं 2 इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वॉरफेयर बटालियन के कैप्टन शुभम शर्मा। कोर ऑफ सिग्नल्स का आदर्श वाक्य तीव्र चौकस यानी सजग और सुरक्षित।
And this is Captain Preeti Chaudhary, the Shilka weapon system. Artificial intelligence meets perfect human capabilities to always hit the bullseye, making this weapon system precise and lethal. The motto explains it all: Akasher Shatrun Jahi. All eyes towards the sky for the diamond in the air. Advanced light helicopters flying in a perfect diamond formation. These are 2 Rudra helicopters and 2 Dhruv helicopters led by Colonel Shudipto Chaki. Other members of the formation are Lieutenant Colonel Amit Mehta, Lieutenant Colonel Sumit Unyal and Lieutenant Colonel Vinod Kumar. Meanwhile, the strong rhythmic sounds of boots fill the air and inspire confidence. This is the Jat Regiment, led by Captain Rishabh Singh Sambhyal. Jat Regiment is well renowned for its valor and sacrifice. This is reflected in their war cry, Jat Balwan, Jat Bhagwan. Combined band of the Mechanized Infantry Center, Para-Regimental Center and Jat Regimental Center led by Subedar R. Kannan. The tune, Haste Gaate. Regimental bands help soldiers to march in synchrony.
गढ़वाल राइफल्स का दस्ता कैप्टन राजपूत सौरभ सिंह के नेतृत्व में भारतीय सेना की सबसे अलंकृत रेजिमेंट्स में से एक। इसके जवान गढ़वाल के 7 जिलों से आते हैं। सभी ऑपरेशंस और दोनों विश्व युद्धों में इसने भाग लिया है, कई सम्मान अपने नाम किए हैं। इस रेजिमेंट का युद्ध घोष है, बद्री विशाल लाल की जय। लेफ्टिनेंट सुभायु बोस ने कमान संभाली है महार रेजिमेंट के दस्ते की। महार रेजिमेंट का गठन 1 अक्टूबर 1941 में डॉक्टर भीमराव अंबेडकर के प्रयासों से हुआ। इस रेजिमेंट को परमवीर चक्र, अशोक चक्र और कई सम्मान मिल चुके हैं। रेजिमेंट का आदर्श वाक्य है यश सिद्धि और युद्ध घोष बोलो हिंदुस्तान की जय। संयुक्त बैंड दस्ता सूबेदार कलवंत सिंह के नेतृत्व में और सहायक नायब सूबेदार प्रगट सिंह के साथ बैंड धुन बजाता हुआ सरहद के रखवाले। मेजर हरीश ठाकुर ने कमान संभाली है जम्मू एंड कश्मीर राइफल्स रेजिमेंट के दस्ते की। इस रेजिमेंट का गठन महाराजा गुलाब सिंह ने सन 1820 में किया था। जनवरी 1957 में भारतीय सेना में इसका विलय हो गया। तब से इस जम्मू एंड कश्मीर राइफल्स रेजिमेंट के नाम से इसे जाना जाता है। कई सम्मान और पदक इसके नाम हैं। रेजिमेंट का युद्ध घोष है दुर्गा माता की जय।
Marching smartly, going past the saluting base. The Bengal Sappers, led by Major Piyush Sharma, Sena Medal of 69 Engineer Regiment. The origin of Bengal Sappers dates back to 7th November 1803, and they were called the Bengal Pioneers. The motto of the regiment is Ekta, Seva, Ilm, Dridhta, Shurvirta. Going past the saluting base, the combined band of the Sikh Light Infantry Regimental Centre, Ladakh Scouts Regimental Centre and Artillery Centre Nasik Road, comprising 68 musicians, led by Subedar Major T. Leza of Artillery Centre Nasik. The band is playing the tune Balidan. Following them, marching smartly on Rajpath, the next contingent is of the gallant Thambis of Madras Regiment's Territorial Army, comprising 3 TA battalions, 110 Madras TA, 122 Madras TA and 172 Madras TA, led by Major Manish Verma of 172 Madras TA. Their war cry is Veer Madrasi, Adikollu, Adikollu, Adikollu. Here, move on to black and white. Approaching the saluting base, world-renowned brass band of the Indian Navy, led by Soundararajan, Master Chief Petty Officer Musician, playing the Indian Navy tune Jai Bharti.
राजपथ पर अब शान से आगे बढ़ रहा है नौसेना का मार्चिंग दस्ता। नेतृत्व लेफ्टिनेंट कमांडर ललित कुमार संभाल रहे हैं। उनके साथ लेफ्टिनेंट कमांडर सुने फोगाट, लेफ्टिनेंट आदित्य शुक्ला और सब लेफ्टिनेंट अगस्त चौधरी भी। और अब राजपथ पर आगमन नौसेना की झांकी, शीर्षक स्वर्णिम विजय वर्ष। इसके अग्रभाग में 1971 में कराची बंदरगाह पर हुए आक्रमण को दर्शाया गया है। ये झांकी 1971 के भारत पाकिस्तान युद्ध में भारतीय सेनाओं की गौरव गाथा और विजय गाथा और खास तौर पर नौसेना के योगदान को परिलक्षित करती है। इस झांकी के ठीक पीछे वायुसेना बैंड स्वर लहरियां बिखेरता हुआ आने के क्रम में सलामी मंच के ठीक सामने। नेतृत्व वारंट ऑफिसर अशोक कुमार। इस दस्ते में 3 ड्रम मेजर और 72 संगीतकार शामिल। धुन बजा रहा है साउंड बैरियर पिट मार्च। राजपथ पर एयरफोर्स बैंड के ठीक पीछे है वायुसेना का मार्चिंग दस्ता। नेतृत्व फ्लाइट लेफ्टिनेंट तनिक शर्मा कर रहे हैं। इस दस्ते में 96 एयरमैन और 4 ऑफिसर्स शामिल। फ्लाइट लेफ्टिनेंट अपूर्व यादव, फ्लाइंग ऑफिसर एम मुरली और फ्लाइंग ऑफिसर कुटप्पा भी इस जोशीले दस्ते का हिस्सा है।
And coming up next is the Indian Air Force tableau. Indian Air Force touch the sky with glory. The Indian Air Force pilots guard our skies with great panache. Pride in their force, the officers, and for the first time ever, Flight Lieutenant Bhavna Kant, who is one of the first 3 women fighter pilots of the country, is here as a part of this tableau, a matter of great pride for all of us. The tableau features models of some of their best aircraft, light combat aircraft, light combat helicopters, the Su-30 and the Rohini radar. And this is the DRDO tableau. Research and innovation are the key to the future, and DRDO's mission is to make India self-reliant in defense technologies to meet the future with all its might. 2 tableaus showcase DRDO's achievement. The first one shows a major stepping stone for the development of futuristic naval aircraft. The Indian Navy's first indigenous 4+ generation fighter aircraft that have state-of-the-art lethal missiles and laser-guided bombs and drop tanks. It is capable of taking off and landing from short runways in all kinds of conditions.
Next, we have the tableau of the anti-tank guided missiles being led by a young scientist of the Defense Research Development Organization.
And the second anti-tank guided missiles as a part of the DRDO tableau. DRDO has developed anti-tank guided missile systems which play a crucial role in targeting armored tanks. These are full-scale models of some of its indigenous missiles. These missiles are lock before launch, fire and forget, which means once the target is locked, the missile will ensure it hits its target on its own. Featured here are the man-portable anti-tank guided missile, the Nag, Helena, standoff anti-tank or SANT, and the anti-tank guided missile for Arjun tanks. All of these have been developed by DRDO. The military might of India from all angles.
हमारी समुद्री सीमा के रक्षक भारतीय तट रक्षकों का दस्ता डिप्टी कमांडेंट आशीष नागर के नेतृत्व में उनके साथ हैं असिस्टेंट कमांडेंट एस देविगा, असिस्टेंट कमांडेंट यामिनी गोडुला और असिस्टेंट कमांडेंट पी कार्तिक राव। भारतीय तटरक्षकों ने सन 2020 में एक बड़े अग्निशमन ऑपरेशन को सफलतापूर्वक करके दुनिया भर में प्रशंसा बटोरी है। इनका आदर्श वाक्य वयम रक्षामः। सीआरपीएफ का बैंड इंस्पेक्टर शमशेर लाल की कमान में 100 संगीतकार धुन बजा रहे हैं, देश के हम हैं रक्षक। केंद्रीय रिजर्व पुलिस बल का दस्ता असिस्टेंट कमांडेंट नीतेश भदौरिया की कमान में। सलामी मंच के सामने 96 सदस्यों का दस्ता। सीआरपीएफ दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा और सबसे पुराना अर्धसैनिक बल है। इस बल को कई सम्मान प्राप्त हो चुके हैं और इसका आदर्श वाक्य है सेवा और निष्ठा। शौर्य भी, संगीत भी। हिमवीरों यानी आईटीबीपी का बैंड इंस्पेक्टर दिवाकर प्रसाद की कमान में धुन बजा रहा है, कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा।
Marching smartly to Kadam Kadam Badhaye Ja, the perfect Edi Panja roll going past the saluting base. The marching contingent of the Indo-Tibetan Border Police saluting this is their aim today to go past it with flying colors, led by Assistant Commandant Dinesh Kumar and 3 subordinate officers and 96 other ranks. These brave and tenacious sentinels of our northern borders operate like snow leopards. And following these snow leopards, we have the Delhi Police Band. Bandmaster Sub-Inspector Rajinder Singh leading the band, playing the Delhi Police Anthem. Following their band, the proud contingent of the Delhi Police. Assistant Commissioner of Police Akshat Kaushal IPS leading the smartly attired men from the Delhi Police marching contingent. All the members of the contingent are above 6 feet in height. This contingent has a unique distinction of participating in the Republic Day parade ever since India became a republic in 1950 and has been adjudged as the best marching contingent 14 times. The motto of Delhi Police, Shanti, Seva aur Nyay. And now a stunning riot of colour and beauty, a graceful and visually melodious sight. Going past the saluting base. The camel contingent of the Border Security Force under the command of Deputy Commandant Ghanshyam Singh. These regal camels of the BSF or ships of the desert are dependable companions in the inhospitable terrains of Rajasthan and the run of Kutch. It would be interesting to note that 75 different dress items are necessary to ceremonially dressed camels and riders of the BSF. The motto, duty unto death.
राजपथ पर सीमा सुरक्षा बल के ऊंट दस्ते के बाद अब बारी है सीमा सुरक्षा बल के ही कैमल बैंड। दुनिया में अपनी तरीके के अनोखे इस दस्ते का नेतृत्व कर रहे हैं बैंड मास्टर सब इंस्पेक्टर बोधराज। ये दस्ता धुन बजा रहा है हम हैं सीमा सुरक्षा बल। राष्ट्रीयता के रंगों से दमकता राजपथ, ऐतिहासिक इंडिया गेट जिसकी पृष्ठभूमि में राजपथ पर गणतंत्र दिवस की परेड शान से आगे बढ़ती हुई। गंतव्य स्थल इस बार राष्ट्रीय स्टेडियम। और अब सलामी मंच पर पहुंच रहे हैं राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा गार्ड के ये जोशीले जवान जिन्हें ब्लैक कैट कमांडोज भी कहा जाता है। 1984 में राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा गार्ड की स्थापना हुई और तब से लेकर तमाम वर्षों में आंतरिक सुरक्षा के अवसरों पर हमेशा खरे उतरे हैं ये जोशीले जवान। नेशनल सिक्योरिटी गार्ड का एनएसजी गीत हम है ना हिंदुस्तान। हम रंग रंग हैं फिर भी संग हैं, तीन रंग का एक निशान। एनएसजी का आदर्श वाक्य सर्वोत्र सर्वोत्तम सुरक्षा। चाहे कैसी भी प्रतिकूल परिस्थितियां हों, उसका मुंहतोड़ जवाब देने में सक्षम राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा गार्ड का यह दस्ता, जिसमें श्वान दस्ते भी शामिल रहते हैं, उन्नत तकनीक का सहारा, अत्याधुनिक हथियार, आधुनिक तकनीक का भी इस्तेमाल किया जाता है नेशनल सिक्योरिटी गार्ड द्वारा विपरीत परिस्थितियों पर पार पाने में। देश प्रेम के रंगों से ओतप्रोत राजपथ पर गुजरती हुई गणतंत्र दिवस की भव्य परेड।
वो जो सामने मुश्किलों का अंबार है, उसी से तो मेरे हौसलों की मीनार है। चुनौतियों को देखकर घबराना कैसा, इन्हीं में मुझे भी संभावना है। और अब सलामी मंच का युवा जोश, युवा भारत की
सर्वत्र सर्वोत्तम सुरक्षा, राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा गार्ड का आदर्श वाक्य, जिस पर वो पूरी तरीके से खरे उतरे। प्रतिकूल परिस्थितियों में उनसे विजय पाना कोई हमारे जवानों से सीखे। और अब स्वागत कीजिए एनसीसी बॉयज मार्चिंग कंटिंजेंट का। नेतृत्व सीनियर अंडर ऑफिसर रंजीत सिंह गुर्जर कर रहे हैं, जो कि एनसीसी डायरेक्टरेट राजस्थान से आते हैं। एनसीसी विश्व के सबसे बड़े युवा संगठनों में शामिल है। देश में 17 डायरेक्टरेट और लगभग 14 लाख कैडेट्स इसमें शामिल। और अब बारी सेना बैंड की, जिसमें बॉम्बे इंजीनियर ग्रुप सेंटर किर्की और आर्मी सर्विस कोर के जवान शामिल। नेतृत्व नायब सूबेदार जीजे बीनू और नायब सूबेदार नागेंद्र कर रहे हैं। ये बैंड धुन बजा रहा है कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा।
The NCC Girls Marching Contingent, led by Senior Under Officer Samriddhi Hansal Sant of the Maharashtra Directorate. Girl power in full display on Rajpath. A nation truly marches in time with its women. NCC instills strength and character in its cadets. These are strong young women who will define the future. National Service Scheme NSS, being led by Abhijit Bhuin from the West Bengal Directorate. NSS is the epitome of youth power. History has always been shaped by the power of the youth. NSS was launched in 1969 to mark Mahatma Gandhi's birth centenary for character building and imbuing a sense of selfless service.
और अब राजपथ पर आगमन सामूहिक पाइप और ड्रम बैंड के दस्ते का। नेतृत्व सूबेदार मेजर तग बहादुर राणा। 8 यूनिट से 89 संगीतकार। सहयोग सूबेदार केशवदास का। CHM मंगल सिंह, नायब सूबेदार महाराज, नायब सूबेदार मंगल सिंह पवार इस दस्ते में शामिल। राजपथ पर मधुर स्वर।
सारे जहां से अच्छा अंटू మన కీర్తి కేతనాన్ని మళ్ళీ మళ్ళీ చెబుతూ అద్భుతమైనటువంటి శ్రవణ సుభగమైనటువంటి రీతిలో బ్యాండ్ సిబ్బంది తమ వాద్య విశేషాన్ని పలికిస్తారు. దానికి తగ్గట్టుగానే ఇరువైపుల నుంచి ఆయా బృందాల వాళ్ళు మరి కొంచెం సేపట్లో విచ్చేయబోతూ ఉన్నారు. ఫస్ట్ బెటాలియన్ TSSV, అలాగే CR హెడ్ క్వార్టర్స్, SCR CPL వాళ్ళు వీళ్ళంతా కూడా బ్యాండ్లో ఉన్నారు. కంటింజెంట్స్గా ఉన్నటువంటి వాళ్ళు 3 బృందాలు మనకి ఇందులో భాగస్వామ్యం తీసుకుంటూ ఉన్నాయి. వారు కూడా అవి చేయబోతూ ఉన్నారు. ఇప్పుడే గౌరవనీయులు స్క్వాడన్ లీడర్ దీపక్ కౌశిక్ గారు పరేడ్ అడ్జుటెంట్గా వ్యవహరిస్తున్నారు. వారి యొక్క పిలుపును అందుకొని ఆయా బృందాలు రాబోతూ ఉన్నాయి.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 3 contingents which are participating in today's parade are from the 26th Battalion, the Madras Regiment, and the contingent commander, Captain Karan Sawant. The second contingent is from the Indian Air Force and contingent commander, squadron leader Deepak Kumar. The third contingent is from the 8th Battalion, Telangana State Special Police, and the contingent commander, Shri P. Jairam, Reserve Inspector. The Telangana State Police bands are also taking part in the parade. The brass band comprising members from the City Armed Reserve Police, the CR Headquarters, the SAR CPL, the Special Armed Reserve Central Police Line, and the 1st Battalion, Telangana State Special Police.
అదంతొక్కతో కదిలి వస్తున్నటువంటి వీరిని మనం గమనించవచ్చు. కుడి ఎడమల నుంచి కూడాను ఆయా బృందాల వాళ్ళు ప్రాంగణంలోకి చేరుకుంటూ ఉన్నారు. మన ప్రధాన వేదికకు కుడివైపు నుంచి ఇండియన్ ఎయిర్ ఫోర్స్ వారు, అలాగే 8th బెటాలియన్ తెలంగాణ స్టేట్ పోలీస్ వారు.
Squadron leader Deepak Kaushik was commissioned in the Indian Air Force in the year 2008 in Administrative Air Traffic Controller branch. He is a postgraduate from Karnataka University. An avid reader and adventure sports person, he has 500 plus skydiving jumps to his credit. Presently, he is posted as an air traffic controller at Air Force Station Hakimpet. Prior to the present posting, he was one of the instructors at the Premium Security Training School at Bhatinda.
పరేడ్ అడ్జుటెంట్గా వ్యవహరిస్తున్నారు స్క్వాడన్ లీడర్ దీపక్ కౌశిక్. 2008 సంవత్సరంలో సర్వీస్లోకి చేరారు. ఎయిర్ ట్రాఫిక్ కంట్రోల్ బ్రాంచ్లో కర్ణాటక విశ్వవిద్యాలయం నుంచి స్నాతకోత్తర పట్టా అందుకున్నారు. ఆసక్తి గల చదువరిగా, సాహస క్రీడలంటే ఎంతో ఇష్టంగా ఉన్నవారు దీపక్ కౌశిక్ గారు. 500కు పైగా స్కై డైవింగ్ జంప్స్ వారి యొక్క ప్రత్యేకత. ప్రస్తుతం హకింపేట్ ఎయిర్ ఫోర్స్ స్టేషన్లో ఎయిర్ ట్రాఫిక్ కంట్రోలర్గా బాధ్యతలు నిర్వహిస్తూ ఉన్నారు. అంతకుముందు భటిండా సెక్యూరిటీ శిక్షణ కేంద్రంలో ఇన్స్ట్రక్టర్గా బాధ్యతలు నిర్వహించారు. నేడు పెరేడ్ అడ్జుటెంట్గా వ్యవహరిస్తున్న స్క్వాడన్ లీడర్ దీపక్ కౌశిక్.
परेड एडजुटेंट स्क्वाड्रन लीडर दीपक कौशिक 2008 में हिंदुस्तानी वायुसेना के इंतजामी और हवाई ट्रैफिक कंट्रोल के कमर्शियल ब्रांच कमीशन किए गए.
Ladies and gentlemen, the parade adjutant is now handing over the parade to the parade commander, Group Captain S.M. Yunus, Vayu Sena Medal, Gallantry.
Red, stop, dot.
आगे की कार्रवाई के लिए हाजिर है श्रीमान.
పరేడ్ కమాండర్గా వ్యవహరిస్తున్నారు గ్రూప్ కెప్టెన్ ఎస్ఎం యూనిస్, వాయుసేన మెడల్ గ్యాలంట్రీ. 1995లో భారతీయ వాయుసేనలో ఫ్లైట్ పైలట్గా చేరారు. క్వాలిఫైడ్ ఫ్లయింగ్ ఇన్స్ట్రక్టర్గా వివిధ రకాల హెలికాప్టర్లు నడపడంలో 4500 గంటలకు పైగా ఫ్లయింగ్ అనుభవం ఉన్నవారు. ఉత్తర తూర్పు సెక్టార్లలో విశేషమైన రీతిలో విస్తారమైన కార్యాచరణ అనుభవం ఉన్నవారు. 2013 సంవత్సరంలో ఆపరేషన్ రాహత్లో భాగంగా అటు కేదార్నాథ్, బద్రీనాథ్ల్లో విపత్తు నిర్వహణలో విశేషంగా పాల్గొని సేవలందించారు ఎస్ఎం యూనిస్ గారు. వారి సేవలకు గుర్తుగా వాయుసేన మెడల్ గ్యాలంట్రీ అందుకున్నారు. ప్రస్తుతం సికింద్రాబాద్ కాలేజ్ ఆఫ్ ఎయిర్ వార్ఫేర్లో డైరెక్టింగ్ స్టాఫ్గా సేవలందిస్తూ ఉన్నారు.
Group Captain S.M. Yunus, Vayu Sena Medal Gallantry, was commissioned as a flying pilot in the Indian Air Force in 1995. He is a qualified flying instructor and has more than 4,500 hours of flying experience in different types of helicopters. He has commanded a Mi-17 V5 helicopter squadron and has vast operational experience in northern as well as the eastern sectors. He has flown in many disaster management operations and was awarded Vayu Sena Medal Gallantry for undertaking rescue operations at Kedarnath and Badrinath during Operation Rahat in 2013. Presently, he is a directing staff at the College of Air Warfare, Secunderabad.
ग्रुप कप्तान एसएम यूनुस वायुसेना मेडल गारंटी 1995 में इंडियन एयरफोर्स में फ्लाइंग पायलट की हैसियत से कमीशन किए गए. ये तालीम याफ्ता फ्लाइंग इंस्ट्रक्टर हैं और इन्होंने 4500 घंटों से जायद मुख्तलिफ हेलीकॉप्टर्स उड़ाने का तजुर्बा हासिल किया है. इन्होंने Mi-17 V5 हेलीकॉप्टर स्क्वाड्रन कमांड किया है और वसी पैमाने पर शुमाली और मशरक़ी सेक्टर्स में ऑपरेशनल एक्सपीरियंस रखते हैं. वैसे तो इन्होंने कई डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट ऑपरेशंस के लिए उड़ान भरी है. खुसूसन 2013 के दौरान इन्हें केदारनाथ और बद्रीनाथ ऑपरेशन राहत के लिए वायुसेना मेडल गारंटी से नवाजा गया. इन दिनों ये कॉलेज ऑफ एयर वारफेयर में अमले की हिदायत पर मामूर हैं.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first contingent is being commanded by Captain Karan Sawant. Captain Karan Sawant, an alumnus of the Indian Military Academy, was commissioned on 9th December 2017. Professionalism and resilience has led the unit to Battle of Honor Siramani and Theatre Honor East Pakistan in the Indo-Pak War in 1971. 26 Madras is a proud recipient of highest peacetime award, the Ashok Chakra, awarded to Lieutenant Ram Prakash Droperia. The second contingent is from the Indian Air Force. The men in blue comprising of air warriors from Air Force Academy Dundigal, Air Force Station Hakimpet and Air Force Station Begumpet. And the contingent commander is Squadron Leader Deepak Kumar. The third contingent is from the 8th Battalion, the Telangana State Special Police, located at Kondapur. The 8th Battalion came into existence in 1980 and was created to curb the communal menace in the Twin Cities and other parts of the state, and also being utilized for anti-extremist duties in North Telangana. At present, personnel from the 8th Battalion are deployed in the Twin Cities and performing law and order duties and VVIP security guard duties. Apart from this, during the COVID-19 pandemic, they are on bandobast duty at the Gandhi Hospital and the APTS Bhavan security duties in New Delhi. Presently, the 8th Battalion Telangana Special Police is under the command of Shri P. Murali Krishna, Commandant.
ప్రస్తుతం మన గౌరవ ముఖ్యమంత్రి వర్యులు శ్రీ కె చంద్రశేఖరరావు గారు సికింద్రాబాద్ పరేడ్ మైదానంలో ప్రత్యేకంగా అక్కడ నిర్మించినటువంటి కార్గిల్ స్తూపం వద్ద, దాన్నే వీరుల స్మారక స్తూపం అంటారు, అక్కడ అమరవీరులకు శ్రద్ధాంజలి ఘటిస్తూ ఉన్నటువంటి సందర్భం ఇది. సుమారుగా 10:28 ఇక్కడికి చేరుకుంటారు గౌరవ ముఖ్యమంత్రి వర్యులు. ఈ ప్రత్యేక సందర్భంలో ఇరుగు పొరుగు దేశాల నుంచి మనం ఎంతో కూడా స్నేహహస్తాన్ని ఆశిస్తున్నటువంటి సందర్భంలో కూడా కొన్ని సందర్భాల్లో సిగ్గు విడిచి సాటి దేశాలు సరిహద్దులు గుండా దూసుకొచ్చి విధ్వంసాన్ని సృష్టించేటువంటి నేపథ్యం కూడా వింటున్నప్పుడల్లా కూడాను విశేషమైనటువంటి రీతిలో యావత్ భారతీయ పౌరులంతా కూడా ఆలోచిస్తూ ఉంటారు. అయితే మనకు కావలసినటువంటి రక్షణని మనకిచ్చేటువంటి రీతిలో ఆయా విశేషమైనటువంటి దుర్మార్గాలన్నింటినీ తిప్పికొడుతూ ఉన్నది మన భారతీయ సైన్యం అని తెలుస్తున్నప్పుడు ఎంతో సంతోషపడతాం. నిన్నటికి నిన్న హద్దుమీరిన చైరా కూడా సరిహద్దుల్లో డ్రాగన్ బుసలు వినిపిస్తూ ఉంటే కూడా మన భారత సైన్యం వారి పీత మడిచినటువంటి దృష్టాంతాలు మనం మరిచిపోలేం. ఈ ప్రత్యేక సందర్భంలోనే అనేక జ్ఞాపకాలు మన మధ్యలో గుర్తుకొస్తూ ఉంటాయి. విశేషించి అక్కడ ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారు ఇప్పుడు కార్గిల్ స్తూపం వద్ద, వీరుల స్మారక స్తూపం వద్ద శ్రద్ధాంజలి ఘటిస్తున్నారు కాబట్టి దానికి సంబంధించినటువంటి విశేషాలు 2 స్ఫురణకు తెచ్చుకుంటే, మాతృదేశ రక్షణ కోసం మడమ తిప్పని స్ఫూర్తిని అందించినటువంటి ఉన్నత మూర్తులందరికీ కూడా వందనం పలకాల్సినటువంటి సందర్భంగా గుర్తుకొస్తుంది. అలాగే చొరబాటుదారుల కుట్రల్ని, ఐఎస్ఐ ఆకతాయి చేష్టల్ని కూడా భూస్థాపితం చేసినటువంటి భారత జవానులకు వందనం పలుకుతూ ఉన్నాం.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now request you to please look towards the dais. You will see Air Vice Marshal KSK Suresh, Vayu Sena Medal, the Commandant, College of Air Warfare, is arriving and being received and escorted to the saluting dais by Wing Commander Jamal A. Nazir, Chief Coordinating Officer for this Republic Day Parade. The parade will be paying compliments to the Air Vice Marshal KSK Suresh, Vayu Sena Medal, Commandant, College of Air Warfare, through a general salute.
Air Vice Marshal KSK Suresh గారు విజయబోతూ ఉన్నారు. 2020 అక్టోబర్లో వారు కాలేజ్ ఆఫ్ ఎయిర్ వార్ఫేర్లో బాధ్యతలు చేపట్టారు. ఎయిర్ వైస్ మార్షల్ కంతల్లూర్ సరస్వతి కుమార్ సురేష్ గారు వారు విచ్చేస్తూ ఉన్నారు. వారికి హార్దిక స్వాగతం పలుకుతూ ఉన్నారు సంబంధిత అధికారులు. ఎయిర్ వైస్ మార్షల్ కంతల్లూర్ సరస్వతి కుమార్ సురేష్ గారు 1987లో ఫైటర్ పైలట్గా మన భారతీయ వాయుసేనలో చేరడం జరిగింది. విశేషమైనటువంటి అనుభవం ఉన్నవారు. MiG-21, మిరాజ్ 2000, జాగ్వార్, కిరణ్ ఇత్యాది నడపడంలో 3800 గంటలకు పైగా ఫ్లయింగ్ అనుభవం గడించారు. మిరాజ్ స్క్వాడ్రన్ లీడర్ గడించారు.
Air Vice Marshal KSK Suresh is being escorted by Wing Commander Jamal A. Nazir, Chief Coordinating Officer of this Republic Day Parade. The parade will be paying a general salute to Air Vice Marshal KSK Suresh, Vayu Sena Medal.
सिक्किम की पवित्र भूमि की रक्षा ये देवता करते रहे हैं। इसी कामना के साथ इस त्योहार पर परंपरागत रूप से प्रार्थना और नृत्य के जरिए देवता का आह्वान किया जाता है। और अब उत्तर प्रदेश की झांकी। इसमें भगवान राम के बनने वाले भव्य राम मंदिर के दर्शन कीजिए। झांकी के अगले हिस्से में महर्षि वाल्मीकि की प्रतिमा है, जिन्हें रामायण की रचना करते हुए दर्शाया गया है।
The Honorable Governor will now unfurl the national flag. I request all of you to please rise for the national anthem. Men and women in uniform to please salute the national flag. The parade commander will now seek the permission of the governor to march off the contingents. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Governor will now address the audience and the people of the state of Telangana. The
मुख्य
Honorable
अतिथि
Governor, Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan.
मुख्य अतिथि वारी संदेशम
Andariki Namaskaram. I extend my warm greetings to all the people of Telangana state on the occasion of 72nd Republic Day celebrations. It is a proud moment for all of us that the Telangana state, by implementing a plethora of innovative, unique and people-oriented schemes and programs within a short span of time, has carved a niche for itself in the history of the country. Since the responsibility of the governing the state is entrusted to a leader, that is Honorable Chief Minister, who happened to lead the movement for the separate statehood for Telangana, it stood first and unique in the country in several sectors due to the planned and systemic efforts during the past 6.5 years, and has been providing inspiration to other states to emulate Telangana. COVID vaccination. The entire year 2020 went through the difficulties due to the COVID-19 pandemic. We started the year 2021 with lot of optimism as the vaccination for COVID-19 on priority has been started and is being administered on priority basis. Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji's visit to Bharat Biotech International Limited in Hyderabad to review the development of the indigenous COVID-19 vaccine, Covaxin, gave great impetus to quicken the process. With the combined and well-coordinated efforts of the Government of India and the state government, the spread of the virus was effectively contained. By strict implementation of the lockdown and by offering the best medical treatment to the affected, the mortality rate in the state has been brought down to the lowest possible. A record number of above 76 lakh tests were conducted across the state by setting up the center even at the mandal level. In the state, 2 lakh tests were conducted for every 10 lakh population, as against national average of 1.39 lakh tests. Case fatality rate in the state is 0.54% as against national rate of 1.4%. The recovery rate in the state is 98.24% as against national rate of 96.8%. Thus, the state has been performing well in containing ill effects of COVID-19. From the bottom of my heart, I salute all the frontline warriors like medical and health department staff, police personnel, sanitary workers, journalists, and other employees and volunteers who stood in the forefront in fight against COVID pandemic. The state government distributed 12 kg of rice and extended a financial help of 1,500 per month to each poor family who lost their livelihood during the lockdown. Free meals were served through Annapurna canteens. Special trains were arranged for the migrant workers to travel to their native places. The state government has incurred a huge revenue loss of 52,000 crore due to the distribution of activities caused by the pandemic. Despite the steep fall in the revenue, the state government continued all its welfare and social security schemes for the benefit of the poor. Palla Pragati. Translating separate statehood movement leaders' vision into reality, the living standards of the people in Telangana state have tremendously improved due to the creation of basic infrastructure facilities in the villages, in all villages. The Palla Pragati program transformed the villages in the state as role models in the country. Now, 12,765 gram panchayats have been provided tractors with tankers and trolleys as against 84 Gram Panchayats that had their own tractors at the time of formation of the state. Now, the villages in the state wear a festive look with clean and green surroundings. As a part of greenery initiatives, a record 91% of the saplings planted have survived in the rural areas. Each village in the state has one plant nursery. The state will have 19,470 village Prakruti Vanalu and is identified at 19,027 places, and saplings were planted at 15,646 places. People voluntarily cleared all the unwanted vegetation, closed the unused open wells, bore wells and sewerage ponds through Shramadhan in Palle Pragati. Construction of dump yards is going on at 12,736 places and 91% of work are completed. At 9,023 dumping yards, compost facilities are being created. In order to avoid difficulty of performing the last rites of loved ones, the state government decided to construct one Vaikunta Dhamam at every village. The state government took special interest for constructing one Raitu Vedika at every cluster to facilitate the farmers to sit and deliberate farm-related issues. The construction of 2,580 Raitu Vedikas out of the targeted 2,601 has been completed. The state government has also decided to create drying platforms at 93,875 places in the state in the first phase, which will help the farmers to dry and thresh their produce. Earlier, Gram Panchayats were unable to pay their electricity bills on time, resulting in stoppage of power supply to the villages. With the initiatives taken up by the state government, now Gram Panchayats are able to pay their electricity bills in time. The state government is releasing 308 crore every month to the Gram Panchayats despite financial crunch due to COVID pandemic. This is enabling the Gram Panchayats to continue their developmental works. Owing to cleanliness, there is a drastic decline in incidence of dengue fever in this year. The central government conferred Swachh Sarveshan Award on the state as all the villages have been declared open defecation free. I appreciate all those who made it possible. I congratulate Panchayat Raj Department officials, Sarpanch, ward members, Panchayat secretaries and all those who took part in this endeavor. Pattana Pragati. Rapid urbanization is taking place in the state after its formation. The urban areas are being transformed into pollution-free, better living places. The state government is releasing rupees 148 crore every year to urban areas, apart from release of additional funds to GHMC and other municipal corporations. There are 2,802 sanitation vehicles in the urban areas in the state. 2,004 more are arranged now. With this, 4,806 sanitation vehicles would be made available. Dump yards are being constructed in all urban areas. 1,018 plant nurseries in urban areas and 500 under GMC are already set up. The state government wants to arrange Vaikunta Dhamams in all the urban areas at the rate of one Vaikunta Dhamam for every 1 lakh population. In 116 urban areas, veg and non-veg integrated markets are being established. The state government enacted the Telangana State Building Permission Approval and Self-Certification System TSB Pass Act 2020 to ease the permission procedure for building construction in urban areas. Now, the applicants, through self-declaration in a highly transparent, time-bound and correction-free manner, are obtaining permissions. In all urban areas, government is supplying drinking water at free of cost up to 20,000 liters per every household per month. This has enabled about 97% of urban population to access free drinking water facility. Administrative reforms. The state government has brought in several administrative reforms aiming at heralding transparent, accountable and corruption-free good governance. New Panchayat Raj, Revenue and Municipalities Act were brought in. Number of districts were increased from 10 to 33, revenue divisions from 43 to 74, mandals from 459 to 593, municipal corporations from 6 to 13, Grama Panchayats from 8,690 to 12,765. With this, the administrative units are brought to the reach of common man, thus avoiding travelling long distance and paving the way for effective implementation of government schemes. Dharani portal. I am happy to announce that revolutionary reforms brought in by the state government to give more authenticity to the land ownership, to have more clarity in the land transactions and yielding good results. The Dharani portal brought in to maintain the land records is highly successful. The farmers are able to sell and buy the agriculture lands within minutes in a hassle-free manner. Agriculture. The state government is taking plan-based measures to bail out agriculture sector from the crisis faced before formation of the state. The agriculture policies and programs launched by the state government have earned international acclaim. The state government has undertaken construction of major irrigation projects to overcome the lack of irrigation facilities faced by farmers for decades together. Irrigation facilities have been tremendously improved thanks to Kalishwaram project, the largest multi-stage lift irrigation project in the world. The works of Balamuru Rangareddy Sidarama Devadula project are being taken up at faster pace. Works on the pending projects in the combined Mahabubnagar, Warangal, Adilabad, Nalgonda, Khammam and other districts are completed and water is supplied to 16 lakh acres. Through Mission Kakatiya program, all the tanks in the state are revived. As a result, there is a 4-meter increase in the groundwater level. Since farmers are given 24-hour uninterrupted power supply, lands under 24 lakh pump sets are being cultivated and the yield is bountiful. Owing to all these, now paddy is cultivated in 1.04 crore acres as against 35 lakh acres at the time of formation of the state. With a vast increase in areas of cultivation, Telangana state has become the Annapurna rice bowl of the country. The state government purchased agriculture produce by setting up of procurement centers at the village level, thus saving the farmers from incurring losses due to the closure of markets due to lockdown. During the last Rabi season, the Food Corporation of India has procured 1.15 crore tons of paddy all over the country, and out of this, Telangana state alone accounted for massive 64 lakh tons, which is 55% of the total procurement of the Food Corporation of India. Raitu Bandhu and Raitu Bima. The Raitu Bandhu scheme, which is first of all, was introduced to help the farmers as investment support for agriculture. It is being continued in spite of COVID-related financial problems. For the Rabi season, the state government has extended rupees 7,351 crore assistance under the scheme to cover 60 lakh farmers owning 1.47 crore acres. Under Raitu Bima scheme, in the event of death of a farmer due to any cause, including natural death, the incurred amount of 5 lakh will be deposited in the designated nominee bank account within 10 days. The state government, with humanitarian approach, is bearing the entire premium to provide life security to the families of the deceased farmers. Since the government has acted sternly against the supplies of spurious seeds, fertilizers, pesticides, the farmers are now getting adequate quantities of quality seeds, fertilizers and pesticides in time. The state government is extending subsidy to the farmers on tractors, other agricultural equipment and tools. Cultivation under micro irrigation is on increase with the government subsidies ranging from 80 to 100%. Power sector providing the prophets of doom that Telangana will plunge into darkness if it becomes a separate state. Wrong. And busting the myth, the state is shining with rapid strides in power sector. The unparalleled achievements that the state registered in the power sector brought qualitative change in the lives of the people, providing administrative capabilities of the government. From the stage of horse together power cuts and power holidays, state has reached a stage of 24 hours quality and uninterrupted power supply to all sectors. Before formation of the state, the installed capacity was 7,888 megawatt, and it is now increased to 16,245 megawatt. The state stood first in the country in per capita power consumption, which is one of the important indicators of development index. The state is first in per capita growth rate too. The average per capita power consumption at the formation of the state was 1,356 kilowatt hour, and now it is 2,071 kilowatt hour, while national per capita power consumption is 1,208 kilowatt hour. It indicates that the Telangana state per capita power consumption is 58% more than the national average. I am happy to announce that the state has reduced its losses in transmission and supply of power by 2.41% and stood first in the country. The state also stood first in increasing the green energy. The solar energy generation capacity was 74 megawatt at the time of formation of the state, and it is 3,741 megawatt now. The works on Patratri, Yadatri power plants are going to a fast track to make the state a power surplus one. Council of Energy and Environment and Water declared that Telangana state is the number one in the country in electricity access and electrification. This is the appreciation that the state national level. Mission Bhagirath. The Mission Bhagirath program, which attracted attention of the entire country, has once for all solved the drinking water problem in the state. For 23,968 habitations in the state, safe and pure drinking water is supplied daily. The Central Jal Jeevan Mission has declared the Telangana state registered a major achievement by supplying drinking water through pipes to 98.46% of houses in the state. This is another feather in our cap. Public health. The state government gave top priority to improve the conditions of government hospitals, right from primary health centers to the super specialty hospitals. Funds are allocated and utilized, treating hospital as the unit. The KCR kit program not only extended financial assistance to the pregnant women, but also reduced the maternal mortality rate from 90 to 76 and infant mortality rate from 35 to 29. The number of patients approaching government hospitals has increased by 30% as there is improved faith and confidence. Basti Davakanas. In Hyderabad city are offering better medical services to the poor. In these Basti Davakanas, OP facility, teleconsultation, basic lab tests, free dispensation of medicines, immunization and other medical facilities are being provided. Dialysis centers, diagnostic centers and ICU in the government hospitals are increased significantly. Oxygen facility is provided to 10,000 beds in the state. The Niti Aayog declared that Telangana state consecutively stood third in the country for the third time in providing better medical facilities in government hospitals. This proves the achievements of the state in the health sector. Education. Lockdown is only for educational institutions and not for education. The examination system and academic year are planned in such a way that the students from the state became eligible to take any competitive examinations at the state at national level. On par with private and corporate educational institutions, the students from the government educational institutions were offered online classes through Doordarshan and other similar facilities. To start physical classrooms for the students from 9th standard upwards from February 1st, all the educational institutions and residential institutions, hostels are cleaned up and kept ready. Telanganaku Haridaharam. The state government has launched Telanganaku Haridaharam program. It created awareness among people on the need to plant saplings and grow trees. Gram Panchayats and municipalities were given responsibility to protect trees. The aim of the Haridharam is to plant 230 crore saplings, and of this 210.68 crore were planted so far. All over the state, 13,768 plant nurseries were set up which are supplying the saplings. The government is ready to supply 6 fruit-bearing saplings to every household through the Gram Panchayats. The government is according top priority to revive the forest through the slogan, Jungle Bachao, Jungle Patao. Plants are grown in 43,276 hectares of the forest land. PD Act is invoked to stop the timber smuggling, and stern action is being taken against the culprits. The Forest Survey of India recorded that there is a 3.67% increase in green cover in the state. This is a proof that our efforts are bearing fruits. Industrial growth. The TSI-bypass policy received appreciations from all over the country and accelerated industrial growth in the state. Since inception of this policy, 14,338 new industries came to the state and provided 14,59,639 jobs. Information and technology. Owing to the IT policy brought in by the state government, world-famous IT companies have opened their offices in the state. IT companies are of the view that Telangana state is the right destination for operating their business as well as for the safety of their data. Amazon Web Service Company came forward to set up its data center region with an investment of 20,761 crore in Hyderabad. Multinational companies like Microsoft, Google, IBM, Oracle and others have opened their office campuses in Hyderabad. The government has started IT hubs not only in Hyderabad but also at 2-tier cities like Warangal, Karimnagar and Khammam. The IT exports at the time of formation of the state were rupees 66,276 crore per year, and the last financial year it went up to 1,28,807 crore. 5,82,126 persons got job in IT sector. Development Hyderabad. The works are on rapid pace to transform Hyderabad from metropolitan city into an international metropolis. The lockdown period was put to the best use to complete the road works and bridges constructions in the city. About 250 kilometer length of BT roads were laid. The works undertaken under the Strategic Road Development Program SRDP are progressing at a faster pace. 26 main roads were widened under the SRDP Phase 1 and multi-level flyovers and main junctions are developed to ensure smooth flow of signal-free traffic. As a part of this, works on 7 skyways, 11 major corridors, 68 major roads, 54 grade separators are being taken up. It is a matter of pride that Bharat Swachh Mission has declared Charminar pedestrian project as a special Swachh iconic construction. The cable bridge constructed at Durgam Seruvu not only eased the traffic congestion but also became a major tourist spot in the city. In line with Chief Minister's noble aim to make poor people live with dignity, construction of 1 lakh double-bedroom houses at 111 sites have been taken up by the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation residents. And at some locations, houses were also distributed to the beneficiaries. Law and order. Maintenance of law and order is on the top of the agenda. The state government is acting with an iron hand against anti-social elements, anarchist persons and those harassing women. The state government, with increasing funding, strengthened the police department by providing required manpower, vehicles, equipment, infrastructure and state-of-art of technology. It is important to note that 65% of CC cameras installed in the country are in Telangana state. The police command control room center set up by the state-of-the-art technology, which is the first of its kind in the country, will be opened soon in Hyderabad. The entire police department has been revamped for effective maintenance of law and order, for better coordination among the police stations. Employees' welfare. Since the formation of Telangana state, the government gave a priority to the welfare of all sections of the government employees. In the initial period of state formation, 42% fitment was given to the government employees. Salaries of the employees who are all working with meager wages, such as outsourcing, contract and others, have been increased. The state government has decided to increase the salaries to benefit every employee and pensioner. The state government has also decided to enhance the age of superannuation. The process to increase the salaries and age of retirement is in progress. The process to fill all vacancies on compassionate grounds is also going on. The process of giving promotions is on fast pace. Once the promotions are given, the resultant vacancies will be filled up immediately. The state government, with full dedication, determination and commitment, has successfully been able to reconstruct and rebuild the state. Though a newly born state, the Telangana has achieved great success in several sectors and has been attracting the attention of the entire country and became a role model, that is Telangana model. The strong foundations are being laid for a Bangaru Telangana, where there is no hunger, no suicides, and where there is bountiful of peace and happiness, wealth and prosperity. With the support and cooperation of the people, I am confident that this yagna of progress and development would be taken forward by the state government with unparalleled commitment and wholehearted dedication. Telangana, the new state, with new schemes, with new initiatives, new innovations, created new successful record. With this, the younger state is emerging as the strongest state. నూతన రాష్ట్రములు, కొత్త పథకాలు, కొత్త ఆవిష్కరణలు, సరికొత్త విజయాలతో కొత్త రాష్ట్రమైన తెలంగాణ బలమైన రాష్ట్రంగా దిద్దుకుంది. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్. జై హింద్, జై తెలంగాణ బలమైన రాష్ట్రంగా రూపుదిద్దుకుంది. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. జై తెలంగాణ, జై హింద్.
Thank you, Honorable Governor, Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan. May I request one and all to please rise for the national anthem. I request all the dignitaries to please remain seated until the governor departs.
గణతంత్ర దినోత్సవాన్ని పురస్కరించుకొని మీ అందరి సమక్షంలో ఏర్పాటైన ఈ కార్యక్రమం విజయవంతం కావడానికి సహకరించిన ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి హృదయపూర్వకంగా ధన్యవాదాలు నమస్కృతులు తెలియజేసుకుంటున్నాం. ముఖ్య అతిథి వారు డాక్టర్ తమిళిసై సౌందరరాజన్ గారు, ముఖ్యమంత్రి వర్యులు శ్రీ కల్వకుంట్ల చంద్రశేఖరరావు గారు, రాష్ట్ర మంత్రివర్గానికి చెందినటువంటి మంత్రివర్గ సభ్యులు, శాసన మండలి, శాసనసభ అలాగే పార్లమెంటు సభ్యులు, గౌరవ న్యాయాధీశులు, వివిధ కార్యాలయాలకు సంబంధించినటువంటి హెడ్ ఆఫ్ ది డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఆఫీసర్స్కి, అలాగే ఐఏఎస్ ఐపీఎస్ అధికారులకు, విశేషించి త్రివిధ దళాలకు చెందినటువంటి ఆఫీసర్స్కి, ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి విచ్చేసిన మీడియా వారికి, పత్రికల వారికి, అలాగే ఆకాశవాణి దూరదర్శన్లకు, పౌర సంబంధాల శాఖ వారికి విశేషించి ధన్యవాదాలు కృతజ్ఞతలు తెలియజేసుకుంటున్నాం. మీ అందరి సహకారంతో ఈ కార్యక్రమం విజయవంతమైంది. గణతంత్ర దినోత్సవాన్ని పురస్కరించుకొని ఎంతో భక్తి ప్రపత్తులతోటి విశేషమైనటువంటి ఆరాధనా భావంతో మనం జరుపుకున్న ఈ వేడుక అందరి మనస్సుల్లో స్థిరంగా నిలిచిపోతుంది.
And following the Rakshak formation will be the Bhim formation, comprising 3 C-130J aircraft in big formation. The C-130J is the special ops aircraft of the Indian Air Force and is capable of operating from remote places with short and semi-prepared surfaces. The aircraft is used for covert insertion, special airdrop and air-landed missions, base defense, casualty evacuation and of course humanitarian relief